Hello, this is Bill Webb, aka Billy Indiana. Today I'm going to be doing an unboxing for a recent Kickstarter arrival, and it is Delta, the recent Game Brewer Kickstarter project, or I forget if it's on Kickstarter or GameFound. I think they may have done the crowdfunding on Kickstarter and delivery through GameFound. I'm not sure, but this just arrived this week, and so I'm looking forward to opening it up and seeing what's inside the box. If you're curious to follow along, stay tuned. So here is Delta, the deluxe edition that was crowdfunded. And it's kind of a weird thing. I've never experienced this before, but I actually received a second empty box. And then a couple days later got an email saying there was some sort of snafu with the production company, shipping company. And so I have the game and then another box when I think that empty box was supposed to be the Kickstarter or crowdfunded insert that came with this edition. So kind of a weird thing. I hope it didn't cost their company too much money to deal with that situation, but I guess I'll be getting the insert at a later date shipped directly from China. So yeah, I hope that doesn't cost Game Brewer too much money because this is a really nice game. I know they've had a little bit of trouble with some of their different crowdfunding projects and just wish them all the best. Hopefully this won't be a big negative for them. But this game is by Franz Kuder. Think that's maybe close to how you say it, and the art by Nastya Lane. Again, not sure if I'm pronouncing those exactly correctly, but as I said, it's a Game Brewer game, and we'll get the plastic off so we can see a little bit better here what the art looks like without so much glare. So this one is a Euro game that when I first saw the art, honestly, the art just drew me in, and then when I saw the gameplay, I really liked quite a few elements of that Euro style gameplay that was coming through with this game Delta. And the only thing that did almost throw me off a little bit was the steampunk art idea. It's really fantastical, and usually those kind of more fantasy type of things, these are all, the animals are all mechanical. And so usually those kind of turn me off for some reason. I don't know if it's my I'm more into science and science fiction, maybe. I'm not sure. But this one, for some reason, I like the art. It reminds me of Indiana Jones kind of feel, exploration, science research, even though it's kind of science fiction-y. Still, I think it looks really nice, and the gameplay is really what finally did sell it for me. That had a snug fit there. All right, so let's take a look inside. We've got Delta, the rule book, and take a quick look through it. We've got a greeting there, and then the game materials, setup information. You can see it's got this really long board with several different areas where you're doing different actions. There's this exploration area, there's this track you're moving up, this is like a development area if I remember correctly, and this is your research area. So yeah, it's been a while, so I'll have to obviously read these rules and get familiarized with the gameplay, but I remember really thinking the interaction between those portions of the game board looked really cool. So we've got some information on the workshop and the map of the Delta, and then the research library, so it's kind of describing each portion of the game. And then we've got our end game scoring, and then an appendix with a lot of things defined there, it looks like. And then some final appendix information there, it looks like. So put this off to the side, and then what do we have here? Oh, this must just be in a different language. Yep, looks like German. And then looks like another language here. Maybe French? It's hard to read that font. Yeah, that one looks German too. So maybe it's Dutch and German and French. I'm not sure. And then, yeah, here's the board. It'll probably be impossible to see the whole thing on the screen at once, but we can kind of lay it out. So again, here's this track you're moving up, and then this is kind of, I think, an advancement portion here, if I remember correctly. And then we've got the map in the middle of the board that we're exploring. And some areas you can go like across these bridges. Other areas I think you have to use hot air balloon travel to get there. And then we've got the research library here. So really nice art and cool board. Let's see, is it double-sided? Okay, so on the back, let's show this. It's just some pretty art on the back. See if I can get it oriented in the right direction. So here we've got, looks like kind of a steam tunnel room there, and then the art of that map without all the iconography. And then Looks like a library, research library there. So kind of cool art on the back of the board. Definitely a bonus there that's just not adding to gameplay, but just to the beauty of it. We got some tuck boxes here. I don't remember if these are for individual players or if they're just to store the cards in different components. But they're empty now. So we got this gray one and this blue one and this red one. They're all different sizes. So yeah, so we'll have to read through and see if the rules explain what they're for. And then looks like these are the player boards. So just the back says Delta, but the front we've got our, I forget, no, I don't want to say it and say it wrong. I think this is how we choose the actions we're taking, and I forget what the A, B, C does, but those are the player boards, it looks like. Oh, I've got another kind of middle of the road size box here. So another one looks like here's one more. So yeah, I'll have to figure out what all those are for. We got some cards here, and this is where I think you can start to see those mechanical animals, steampunk type animals. So I forget the exact storyline. I think maybe we're on some different planet or something where they have all these mechanical, or maybe it's in the future. So we got these different mechanical creatures. So really attractive art, even though the mechanical part of it initially turned me off. I do still like the art. And yeah, but like I said, the gameplay is really what kind of sold it for me. At least watching the playthroughs and the reviews as it was on the crowdfunding site, that really, I was like, okay, this definitely sounds like the kind of a game I would enjoy. It was really the interconnectedness of the different parts of the board and how you need to advance on all parts of the board. So we've got our character cards in here. Yeah, so I think interconnected actions and having to sequence your actions well, a lot of planning, but also a little bit of tactical decision making as you go is what really appealed to me. So in here we just have this kind of cardboard well. Let's see if I can get these out. Punch boards here in the bottom. There we go. So these are really thick punch boards. These are real thick cardboard for punch boards, and these tiles, I forget how the tiles are used, so again, I'm going to have to do some reading. Just toss these in here for now. Yeah, but they are real thick and they punch really nicely. So there's two more. I won't punch all these out on screen, but you can see kind of the art on these. Got some 100+ point scores there for the different players. Let's see, we've got a big bag of little baggies here. So dump these out, toss this off to the side. So I think these are the little markers for the 4 different players. Yeah, we've got blue flags, red flags, yellow flags, and purple flags. And these are all little wooden shapes. So we'll pull a couple of these out so you can see them maybe a little more up close on the camera. Get some light from the side window there. All right, so those are the 4 player colors. And we've got these cool gears. Looks like also coming in player colors with a few other kind of pieces. I don't remember what these are for. We've got the 4 gear colors and these 4 little kind of squares there, and then this cylinder here. And then we've got 4 triangles for each of the different player colors. I'm sure they're all different markers on the different tracks and such. All right, and then here, I think this might have to do with the research if I'm remembering correctly. These tiles, let's see, there's some stars. Some of these are stuck together. That's one thing with some of the screen printing. It came apart okay. I don't think it damaged anything. But yeah, those are nice big chunky wooden screen printed pieces as well. And yeah, without the rule book, I'm not going to be able to remember what all these are. But same thing, these seem to be very stuck together. So hopefully they'll come apart without ruining the art. Yeah, we've got some flamingo flowers, some crystals, some dragonflies, so you can see some of the pieces there. All right, and then I think these are more tokens for marking on the board, maybe out on, I think the flags actually go out on the territory, so maybe these go in that research library. and everything has that nice screen printing. But yeah, I've often had games where they're stuck together a little bit, but these seem to be incredibly. I don't know if they were like, it's almost like they were still hot when they put them in the bag, because they're like pretty hard to pull apart. So yeah, hopefully everything that does seem to be coming apart well without any loss of quality. So that's good. I can't see that other piece. I have to get it later. We've got these gems. Nice little plastic crystals. Just put them in there for now. And then we've got these plastic markers. Really colorful, clear, pretty markers. And then we've got these little red markers. Looks like little flasks. So those are pretty cool. All right, and I think that's it. We got a little silica desiccant pack. So I think that's it. So that is Delta. Put this back up on here. Again, a Euro style game that I'm really looking forward to playing. Hopefully enjoyed seeing what comes inside the box. I'm going to read through the rules and see if I can figure out how to organize everything and put it back in, and start figuring out how we can play this game soon with my game group or with my wife. So hopefully enjoyed it. If you did, I'd appreciate it if you give a thumbs up down below. And if you have any questions, leave those questions in the comments for me. As always, thanks for watching. This is Billy, Indiana, signing off.